Must be a drum or something. Something stupid. Freaking nice largemouth. Nice white crappie. Real good looking. Alright, I ain't gonna measure that one. Water visibility is maybe a foot. I'm using these Wally Marshall Mr. Crappie Strike King Shadpole Curly Tail. 2-inch Shadpole Curly Tail and Tuxedo Black and Chartreuse. It's 15 slabs look like. Freaking good ones. Alright, welcome back to another edition of Low IQ Fishing. I'm trying to kind of get out of the wind here so the audio would be decent, I guess. But I'm on Stockton Lake. I had to work this morning, so I'm getting out here fairly late. It's 10:30 in the morning. It might probably put me at a little bit of a disadvantage, but we're going to give her a try anyways. Got quite a bit of wind today. Pretty standard for Stockton Lake. It's currently at the boat ramp. I'm at Row Arc boat ramp. It's 55 degrees. I don't know. I'm going to run into the river. Hopefully I can find some upper 50s or 60. Don't really know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to bass fish or crappie fish. I'm going to try for crappie first and get lighting a little bit better maybe. I'm going to try for some crappie first and then throw around a spinnerbait in the wind and see if I can't get bitten. Get a couple fish in the boat. I'm a little apprehensive because I know usually when I come up here I have a tough time if that water's not at least 60 degrees at daybreak. So we had a cold front come through about a week ago, and there was a little bit of flooding. It brought the lake up, which was desperately needed, and but cooled it off. So we'll just see what happens. I'm excited to get out there and give it a try. As always, if you like this kind of content, always consider hitting the like button and subscribing. Commenting's awesome too. We love to see the comments. And you can follow us on Facebook. It'd be Low IQ Fishing Official. And then Isaac has a TikTok account too with just some little shorts and different stuff he puts out that we usually don't share on YouTube. But at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and get on the throttle and try not to get wet and try to find some crappie first. I think should be able to find a couple. They might be pulled off, but they should be in the area. So we're going to try that first. Toss around a spinnerbait and a red wigglewort kind of in between while I'm crappie fishing just to make sure I'm not passing a bunch of bass. So anyways, follow along. Let's see what I can do. How this day might end up shaping up. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me with the wind, but there's the very first one. wind is really blowing today. I kind of got at an angle here. I'm a little bit protected by the main lake point right here. I can actually start to work this crappie jig correctly. I'm having to reel pretty fast, a lot faster than I'd like. Just because the wind, the bow in my line is so bad. So I usually will pick a spot like this when there's this much, like the parking lot's full. I'll usually pick a spot like this that's just windy and kind of sucks, because most people are going to want to get out of the wind even if they're not getting bit. So I'm kind of tortured the whole time, but it's a decent little tactic to be able to fish when there's a lot of pressure, because I mean it's the season for crappie and everybody wants to get out there and catch them. So do I. Really into that black and chartreuse today. Right. There he is. Wish they were of the crappie variety. Water visibility's maybe a foot. I'm using these Wally Marshall Mr. Crappie Strike King shad pole curly tail, 2-inch shad pole curly tail, and tuxedo black and chartreuse. If you can see that or not, but it seems to be doing the trick today. Bites, but I'm gonna have to do some hunting. I got a lot of bites right off the bat, so I'm gonna go start there and work my way backwards, basically. The other direction. Yep, they're definitely further back in this pocket. There's a pretty decent one. I think I'm starting to figure something out now. Pretty sure. I mean, I caught that one right off the bat, and then I wasted, oh yeah, it's definitely a keeper. Then I wasted you know, a little over an hour trying to make something happen that wasn't working. So there's an eater. But I tell you what, spot lock is the only way, man. This would be a miserable experience if I didn't have that spot lock. For sure. I mean, last spring, I was here, and the spring before, and one of them, I don't remember if it was last year or the spring before, man, I fished for 2 or 3 days straight, and it was just absolute beating and no spot lock. Every time you had to try to tie, you know, you broke off and had to retie or measure a fish or anything, you were just gone. You could never catch a fish and hold on the same spot. Like, this is just amazing. This is my first spring with spot lock, basically crappie fishing. And you know, I've always kind of thought, man, it'd be nice if I could catch one in the wind and then just hold the boat there. Maybe get a chance to catch another one. I think I'm just gonna try to commit to crappie fishing. I don't know why, but trying to bass fish and crappie fish at the same time is kind of, it's weird, but it's kind of stressing me out. I don't know why it's stressing me out, but it is. God, it's cool looking spinnerbait. I don't know if it was just the wind or whatever, but it's supposed to be relaxing out here, and I felt like I did not feel relaxed. So I think I'm just gonna keep the crappie rod in my hand. Might throw the jerkbait around in case I run into some white bass or something. A little bit. And just see if I can't. Well, I just like if I had 10, that'd be 20 fillets. That's quite a few meals for me. So I'm gonna just commit to that for a little bit. Oh, it's a little largemouth. Must be a drum or something. Something stupid. Freaking nice largemouth. Heck yeah. Is this a good one? Good lord. You had to have him some of that crappie jig. Heck yeah, man, that's awesome. Good looking fish. Alright. Keep back my drag on. Oh, there's a nice one. That right there's a nice one there. It's a nice white crappie, real good looking. All right, I ain't gonna measure that one. You're putting me right over the fish. Excelente. Another nice one. I big-eyed him a little bit. I thought it was a little bit better than that one, but that's a nice crappie. Good eater. That fish actually hit me and I threw back in there and got him. Got another good one here. Oh yeah, a real nice one. Heck yeah. There's a good one there. It's a real nice one. Alright. Heck yeah. Whenever I catch a couple back to back like that, I always think to myself, like, I wonder if you can just sit right here. There's one. And how many you can catch? Apparently you can catch 3. Oh, that's a slab there. Right. It's a real nice one. Okay. And 6. Thank you for buying that for me, Katie. It's the first time I've actually used it, so here we go. There's a sweet spot up there, and if I can hit that sweet spot, I've got a bite pretty much every time. I missed one, and I can't hit it. Now a little bit too far away, but I don't want to get the boat any closer, and the wind's blowing, and I think I need to cast a little upwind to get it to blow where I want to. Give that a try. Try colors. I've been buying these They're monkey milk. I buy them from a little tackle shop in Springfield, Missouri called Fin and Feather. They're bigger than a normal crappie jig, and I kind of like that a little bit. They're just a little bigger, a little heavier. Get a little bit more distance out of it. I'm using just Bass Pro brand Micro Light. I believe this is like a 5'7" rod, and just a little cheap little Fluger reel from Walmart. And then I really like these rods, so I have the second one, and it was just a little cheap Bass Pro reel on it. I don't get too crazy for what I'm doing. You ought to be able to, I mean, get into a decent quality rod for crappie fishing for a rod and reel, $100. That's getting increasingly more difficult to do. Buy anything for $100. Thought I'd fire this different color in there just in case them crappie. They're funny like that. You'll think sometimes, oh, it's over with, and you'll pump another color in there. Maybe pop up just a couple more. I did get a bite, but just as it hit the water, about 3 little largemouth were smashing all over right there. I figured it was a little largemouth. No. Yeah, I got it. Oh, it's a pretty good crappie. My old trick worked. Generate a different bite with a little bit different color. Right there's a friggin' slabber. There's a little stick over there, and I keep bumping that little stick. And every time I do, it seems to generate a bite. So there's another good one. That makes 7. All right, that's 4 out of some little stick. I'm using an 1/8 ounce jig head too. It's a little heavy for no deeper than I'm fishing, but the wind, I mean, you'd never be able to feel this. You'd never be able to feel any bites or anything without at least the 1/8 ounce, because the bow in my line is so crazy. Well, dang, maybe they like this monkey milk better than the black and chartreuse. I don't know. Now I'm on the fence about it. What to think? I'll check him real quick. Oh yeah. Other ones were so nice. And an 11-inch fish looks like a 10 maybe. All right, 8. It's a pretty nice one. Little eater. Glad I threw this other color in there. I made quite a few casts in here and bites. It's nice too. I re-spooled my rods last night. Man, there's nothing better than fresh line. God, it's nice. Strong knots. I'm using 6-pound Berkeley XT tri-lane. That's all I use for everything. That's my go-to line. This 6 XT, I used to use 4 for years. I used to use 4 for years, but I would break off all the time. You know, just in timber. So if I didn't break off fish, it just, you know, I couldn't straighten the hook. And so I'm like constantly breaking off a lot of crappie jigs. Finally, I was like, you know what? The dirty kind of water, that's a nice one. The dirty kind of water that I'm fishing, difference does it make? Hell, you use 8. Use 8 if you want, which I would, but you just lose just enough distance. Another nice keeper. Just enough distance in your casts where the extra strength just puts you at just too much of a disadvantage. Number 9. All right. Man, these bass are just going crazy back in here. So many minnows. It's wild. Funny, that trick worked. For years, I'd be like, oh, I guess there just isn't any more. There's always more crappie. Never got them all. I won't get them all today. eventually they'll shut off right here and I'll just go to the next spot. Try to find them again. There's that little branch. I think I might have wore up my welcome. They're in that one spot. Little bass. Never even got the hook. They're in this one little spot in the corner of this pocket, and that is it. I cannot catch a crappie unless my bait lands in that one exact spot. That is freaking hilarious. Sometimes you want to change your angle too, just, you know, just moving the boat just a little bit and then making a cast into where you're getting bit at a different angle really makes a big difference. You've never caught them all. It's not a thing. I'm kind of surprised this natural color is working as good, as muddy as the water is. I didn't think that monkey milk would play today, but wrong. It's playing big time. Feels like a little bass. Might be a crappie. Yeah, it's a crappie. Yeah, fish might go 10. Let's see. Let's do that. If he is, he's a line burner, I bet. Oh, he's gonna be right there. Let's see. Stop it. Nice, 10.5. Easily. Alright. Oh, getting crazy. Decent little chunk. I might throw him on the other side. Yeah, what else I catch? Alright, well, I think I'm gonna ease out of here. See if I can't find a little bit more. I might revisit this spot a little bit. See what happens. You guys figured out a way how to keep all them little bass off your crappie jig? No. Holy cow, man.
We were in here earlier. We weren't catching too many.
Yeah. I fished that whole stretch in the wind just because I figured nobody else had probably hit it yet because of the wind. And I picked up 2. Caught 7 off that log just now. I think that sun's coming up and kind of starting to get active. I think so. Yeah. Of course, I didn't get out here till 10:30. I had to work this morning. About 8:30. Man, I didn't think that wind was going to blow quite like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think they are. I'm just too scared. I don't have much experience up in there, and I'm just feel like I'm idling around everywhere. I'm just afraid, you know. So I kind of just usually I come in Birch Branch and just kind of pick my poison and just fish and fish and fish until I find them.
I've seen this lake really low and I've seen it really high.
Yeah.
I consider this my home lake. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty familiar with it.
Yeah. I'm a big old scaredy cat. I hate to take that lower unit off right when spring's upon us.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know? You feel free to go right in front of me, right down that bank. I take so dang long, I pick apart every stump. It takes me forever to go anywhere.
At my rate, I won't be hurt yet.
I was starting to get a little concerned when I first got out here. Usually I pull up, run down that stretch, and it's not always lights out, but you know, I mean, I'm going to catch 10 off of it for sure and nothing. Well, I caught them 2. Yep. I got back in this, I think it's 1 degree warmer in here, probably because of that wind, I'm guessing.
I see him, but you can't get him at night.
Yeah. What color are you throwing?
White, red,
I caught 3 with this black and chartreuse, and I switched to straight monkey milk and caught the rest of them. It was infinitely better than this black and chartreuse, so now I'm just cycling through both rods. I don't think that one's gonna go, but we're gonna check it. Smash down in there as tight as he can go. Mouth totally closed, body scrunched. He's a line burner, he's 10. Gas. Good eater. Little largemouth. Another little largemouth. Another one. Alright. Another one. That, ladies and gentlemen, is number 15. Probably the best one of the day. I got 2 bites when I came down through here, but I had the wind in my back. I was moving too fast, so I missed them. I had slack in my line. Turn right back around and capitalized on that. Pretty nice one. That's what 15 slabs look like. Freaking good ones. That clicker's nice, but I still didn't trust it. I always want to go back. If I feel like I have my limit, I always go back, put them all in the net, physically count them, feel around. This water's really dirty, so it's kind of hard to see down at live well. Feel around and make dang sure I don't have too many. So that's the deal today. 15. I don't know if you can read that or not. Doesn't really matter. Ended up being a pretty solid day. How's the sun to my back? Not super great. Yeah. All right, so ended up having a fairly solid day and really enjoyed most of it. The wind was just kind of, I don't know, some days it just really, I have a really hard time dealing with it. It's just annoying. So, but anyways, ended up catching quite a few, just bass also along with the crappie, so that was pretty fun. It was monkey milk and black and chartreuse were the two colors for the crappie, so I mean, those are my go-to anyways. I have one other color that I use quite a bit, but I use it for clear water. When, like, I'm on Table Rock or something, I got a lot of visibility. There's one that I have that has a lot of sparkle to it, and so that's one that I'll use there. But anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up today. I worked this morning. I get up at 3:30 in the morning to go to work, so it's been a pretty long day for me. I think it's about 4:15 right now, so the water ended up warming up to about 60 degrees. I don't really think it made that much of a difference for me. When I got here, it was like about 58 degrees, and I think now we're sitting at like 59.8. Actually, this pocket is actually 60 and a half, so it warmed up, you know, afternoon, sun finally got up. It's not quite bluebird, but plenty of it. And the wind laid down, it slowed down a little bit, started getting nervous. I was sitting, had 13 in the live well, and I'd lost one. And I missed a bunch. And I was like, shoot, I'm not going to end up getting my limit. But I doubled back to the pocket. I caught most of them in and turned the boat around, got in the wind where I could actually feel the bites. I got that big bow in my line. It's really hard. Got the wind in my back, and bang, bang, that quick. It happens that fast. So it was a fun day. And I'm going to go get something to eat, head home, and relax. So. But I appreciate you following along and watching us. Makes a big difference for a lot of the effort that goes into it. It's nice to see the views, and people seem to enjoy the content. So if you like this kind of stuff, like I always say in the beginning of the video and the end, consider subscribing. Hit the like button, comment if you would like. If you got any questions, you can always reach out, and if I have an answer for it, I can give you my opinion. And but at any rate, like I said, thanks for watching and following along, and I'm going to try to get out tomorrow and see if I can't get bit again. So thanks. See you next time on the water.